Good morning to you. It is 7:38 right now and I am in my robe still. I have not put on my clothes because I don't know what the weather's gonna be like, so let's find out. Hey Siri, what's the weather for today?
It's currently clear and 6 degrees. Temperatures will be fairly consistent, averaging about 8 degrees.
Okay, so it's not gonna be the warmest of days, so I shall dress accordingly. I have a big day. Oh, if you're wondering what I'm doing, this is my Laduora Duo LED device and I do use it every day. I've talked about this repeatedly here on my channel, including making a full walkthrough video. If you want to see that, I'll be sure to link it up. I have been using it since the summer now and really enjoying it. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna have to dress kind of warmly because I am gonna go out a couple times today, as I do pretty much every day. I'm got a busy writing day, but it's gonna be kind of a cozy one. So I thought I would take you guys along with me for sort of a day in the life of a freelance writer, lifestyle journalist, and video creator. All right, Nordstrom cashmere sweater. I'll add a link down if you're curious to get one for yourself. Their cashmere is really good quality and quite affordable. Thrifted pants that I've had for a while. These are a dressier look. Normally if I'm working from home, I don't wear dress pants to work at home. Obviously I'm not crazy. Underneath that, just an old shirt that I've had, a button-up shirt. This fall I've sort of taken to dressing as an English country squire, or what I would imagine an English country squire to dress like, which is lots of layers, natural fibers, and I've got my vintage Lacoste blazer, which I've owned for a very, very long time, to throw on top to ward off the chill. That is the look for the day, sort of studiously disheveled, I suppose. It is now 9 a.m., which is usually when I sit down. I try not to sit down before that too often because I find I just get burned out. I like to work pretty regular office hours because, you know, always the danger of working from home is that you can really overdo it. I've got my sad lamp on because I am a sort of, I'm not gonna say seasonal affective disorder sufferer, but I definitely suffer from the winter blues. So I find blasting myself with this a little bit in the morning does definitely help take a little bit of the edge off, but nothing works quite as well as a winter vacation. A story for another day, perhaps. Gonna sit down now and plug away at it. So I don't have anything due for clients today, which means I can work on my own stuff, which is kind of fun. I've got two things that I've got to work on. One of them is a media kit. I don't actually have one of these, and this is something that most creators have, and they get asked for it by advertisers and stuff like that. They're like, send my media kit. So what you do is you send, it's usually like a photo of yourself. Well, I'll put a picture up with some sort of statistics from your site, from wherever it is that you're big, like your Instagram statistics. In my case, it's more YouTube, and also my newsletter. So I have never made one of those, so I've made one now. And I'm gonna finish working on this. I've gotta just edit it and fill in some blanks that are there, fill in some more statistics. So that's thing one. Thing two is I've gotta work on a Substack newsletter for you guys that is gonna be coming out Thursday, and that will be, I think it's actually my roundup. Wait, let me check my editorial schedule. I think that it's my roundup of very good things. I do one of these every single month where I talk about stuff that I really enjoy. Where is it? Let's see. I've got to get cracking on that. Oh my goodness. Okay, so I'm going to be kept busy. Okay, yes, what's coming up is the roundup of stuff that I've been enjoying. Roundup of really good things, December edition. Oh, I have so much work to do. Okay, the way that I like to work is I like to do time block planning. I'm actually a big adherent of Deep Work, which is a book by computer scientist Cal Newport, who has sort of codified some different ways to really get to the next level in terms of productivity at work, because I want to work smarter, not harder, and not longer. Fueled by coffee. Sorry if you hear my husband talking. He's actually working from home too. He's got a home office that is right in the room next to this one. Okay, I have 3 coffees in a day. One is when I wake up, say 7:30. The next one is at 9, this is my 9 o'clock. And then I allow myself one more, which is a cappuccino at 11. So I'm gonna crack on. The way that my time block has worked for this is that I've put aside from 9 to 10:30 for me to just sit down and write. In this time, I do not check my email. I do not look at the internet. It takes a certain discipline to do this, but I find as a writer, I'm fresh right now and I need to just spend all that energy just typing and not doing anything else, just getting those ideas out there. And at 10:30, I will have a nice break because I actually have that meeting to go to that I told you guys about. All right, it's weird to sort of bend my head to fit into the frame. So I've got my media kit looking pretty much how I want it this morning. It didn't take me too long actually, because I used a template from a site called canva.com, which is a great site for productivity for your work. If you're asked to do something kind of professional looking, they have all kinds. I mean, I'm not gonna go through them all now, but you see on the side here, they have all these templates you can use. It's pretty much free unless you wanna access some of the pro aspects, but Canva has saved me so much time and money, because otherwise I'd be paying like basically a graphic designer to do this for me. Not that you shouldn't pay a graphic designer if you want something that's really unique on the next level, but if you're like me and you're sort of just closer to the whole layperson level of trying to do this stuff, they have just really nice stuff that's quite easy to use, and then you just download it, right? You can just download it after, which is what I'm gonna do. And then I've got my media kit ready, Helen Avery media kit. Yay, I'm really proud of that actually. That was a good thing to get finished up. So the next thing that I'm gonna be working on now, which I don't think I'll get this done by the end of the time that I have allotted in my time block, but it's December Very Good Things. Make sure that you sign up to my newsletter to get this, because you guys, I've got a really good cake, chocolate cake recipe. So if you like chocolate cake, and who doesn't like chocolate cake, I've got one from Dom DeLuise, who was an actor from a long time ago. My mom had this fabulous cookbook of his in the 90s. It wasn't that fabulous. Not all the recipes were great, okay, but this one was really good. So you'll want to sign up to make sure that you get that totally free newsletter from me to you, where you can read my writing in addition to watching what I do here on this channel. And lots of other things that I've been enjoying is going to be on there. Oh, another recipe, which is my bolognese meat sauce recipe. So you'll want to sign up for that recipe as well, because I'm going to give it away again for free on my Substack newsletter. It's helenavery.substack.com. So yeah, okay, so let me get to this. I want to get maybe about 300, 400 words pushed out by the end of the day. 400 words done, and I am tired now, but ready to get on with the rest of my day. A small hint, and I'm not going to be too pushy about these little tips, but here's one that's a good one. If you looked at when I was starting that document, it was not a blank page. Try not to start with a blank page, because that can feel very overwhelming when you have hundreds and hundreds of words to fill. As I was thinking of things I wanted to add to the list, I started adding them into my Google Doc, and eventually I'm going to transfer that Google Doc onto my Substack software. But the key is, as I was thinking of things, I was adding them in whatever ragged format that they were, so that I don't go into a page completely blank. That feels very overwhelming. I find when you sort of have some little notes, bullet points, it could even be just like one word. I've got like the word book in there. When you have that, you can just much more easily jump off that and build from it. So that's my tip about writing. Now, I got a parcel delivered while I've been up here writing, but I did not want to break my concentration to go and collect it, but I am going to go and do that. It's on the porch and I want to grab it before any thieves do. Luckily, that has not happened to me yet, but I feel like porch theft is a real thing, because I bought myself, well, you'll see. We'll unbox it together. It is something that I tried on in a previous vlog, so if you have really keen eyes, you would have caught it there. Okay, so I pulled out, though, from my closet, my mulberry burgundy, oxblood, whatever you want to call it, purse. I'm going to be wearing this because I think it pulls nicely from this vintage blazer that I bought. This is when I first started making a good paycheck at, I think it was Style at Home magazine. I'm gonna say circa 2006. I splurged on this jacket and it was, you know, I think maybe $200 at the time, and I was like, oh, I don't care, I love it, I'm gonna buy it. And it was kind of a little bit out of style for the longest time, and it is kind of like everything rolled back in so that at least if it's not completely on trend, it's not out of trend, but love the little Lacoste alligator dude there. Right, so I'm heading out. Lots more stuff to come, just stay tuned. I had a wonderful meeting with my fellow friend, freelance writer. It's always good to get together and see what other people have to say about what's going on with their work life as well. And I'm heading out for an impromptu fast food lunch with my favorite 14-year-old. I was not expecting to do this, but it's great weather, may as well. I forced myself not to get up from my work and promised myself that after I put in another afternoon's worth of work, I would allow myself to unbox my coat. So that's what we're gonna do now together. This is a Zara purchase, and haha, I waited most of the day to open this up, and I'm fingers crossed that it fits, because the one I tried on in store was size medium, and that was, I felt bad because when I pulled it, it was like, oh, many inches away. So I'm hoping that this one fits, but I don't usually fit a size small at Zara. What is it with Zara? Their sizing tends to be kind of on the, I don't know, the European side of things. Tends to be kind of on the smaller end of things. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm just destroying this box, but here goes. Interesting thing about Zara is I noticed that on their website, and I don't shop at Zara. I really don't advocate fast fashion in general, but I made an exception because I wanted this coat so badly. I thought it looked so good, and I'm determined to keep it for a very long time. This looks nice, right? This is big. This coat fills up the whole box. But interesting thing about the Zara site now is they offer you, at least in Canada, to use a recycled box if they have one. But because this coat is a light color, I did not opt for the recycled box, which I guess like when people return things, they just keep the boxes and they reuse them if it's appropriate. But I did not decide to because it was a white coat, so I was just a bit afraid. But next time I will, if there is a next time. Like I said, we're trying to avoid Zara. Here it is. I love it. It's dreamy. It looks so cozy and warm and perfect for Christmas. Bought it for the Christmas season, so let's just cross our fingers and hope that it fits. It's double-breasted. It is called the Ecru fleece coat. So it is 100% polyester, not a natural fiber to be found, but it probably means it's very warm is what I would guess. Oh, it's gonna fit in terms of buttoning up. I think it fits. So here it is, very cozy, very warm, very oversized. Even the small still has plenty of room, and it's nice and long. Oh, living the dream. I really like it. Now with the time I have left in the day, I'm going to edit this vlog, or at least start to edit it, which is very meta, but that's what I'm gonna do for the next, I'd say 45 minutes or so, and then it'll be pretty much the end of the work day. Now changed into my at-home cozies, just a long line cardigan and a Patagonia base layer underneath this and leggings because I need to be comfortable now. It is 5 o'clock. This is my favorite time of the day. I like to switch my context, which is I do not sit at my desk for this part of what I'm about to do. I always move rooms. Wherever I am, I switch to another place. What I'm gonna be spending the next time doing, because I'm not cooking tonight because we have Costco tacos with like a taco kit from there, so I don't have to cook tonight, so that's a bonus. What I will do with the time though is read, and this is something that I try and make time for every single day. It's very vital to my mental health, to my professional development, being a writer. I like to use this Kobo Clara, which I don't think, yeah, I have discussed this actually. Actually in my last vlog, which I will link up, I do specifically mention why I like the Kobo Clara ebook reader as opposed to Kindle. I can strongly vouch for the Kobo Clara ebook reader. I've had mine for years and I use it pretty much daily. So yeah, I like to spend a nice chunk of unbroken time reading. I find that that's a great way to end the day for me, that it's not too taxing. It's sort of enjoyable. It falls between professional development, but also good quality leisure time. This is the time of year now where it is dark outside, thus maybe the seasonal affective blues that I go through every year. And then after I finish reading for a while, I will just jot down some stuff in my journal. I don't actually diary or anything like that, but in terms of using a journal, I just, more like a time planner or like a day planner. So I'm just gonna write out some of this stuff by hand that I want to do tomorrow, so that tomorrow morning I'm ready to go with a sort of a list of things that I want to get accomplished. There you have it. Thanks for sticking away. Hope you enjoyed this working day in the life and that you found it to be cozy and fun. And oh my goodness, looking at some of the footage, I see all this dust flying around, so maybe I'll do some vacuuming after dinner. See you guys soon.